Another 10 questions on your PgMP exam preparation. And this time, along with program lifecycle, I'm also mentioning tasks from other program performance domain. Actually, most of the questions which we discussed in the past also touch more than one program performance domain, but we were majorly focusing on the tasks which were related to program lifecycle. But in this 10 question set, I am touching benefits management and governance quite often. If you have not seen our older questions, please go through our playlist where you can find the previous 80 questions which we discussed in this particular video series. So let's start with question number 81. Your program involves three projects, each delivering components with their own individual benefits. Collectively, these components contribute to the overall program benefits. As the program manager, how should you ensure that seamless integration and sustainment of these benefits? Okay, integration, transition, sustainment of the benefits. Option A, ensure all project teams remains available to support benefit sustainment until the program is formally closed. Maybe needed, may not be needed. It is not always necessary that I need to ensure that sustainment during the program is done by the project team alone. We can transition the benefits to the operational group or to the other support team inside the program. So I won't say that statement A is always true. I need to find a better option. Option B, manage the transition of benefits during the program lifecycle and ensure they are integrated, transitioned, and planned for sustainment is made beyond program duration, and plan for sustainment is made beyond program duration. Option B looks perfect when it comes to managing the benefits approach. Let's see option C. Focus on transitioning benefits only at the end of the program to simplify sustainment process. Not necessary true. I want to transition as per my transitioning planning. I want to focus on sustainment benefits as they come. There is a possibility that some benefits during the program lifecycle delivery phase itself, we may want to bring the operational team and we may transition to them, and that there could be a support group as a part of operation which might be sustaining it. Yeah. So I can't say it is always true. Option C, so I ignore it. Option D, delegate the sustainment responsibility to the project managers, ensuring they handle the benefits of their respective components. I would say it matches with option A in a way. It's more specific detail, which is elaborating. Since I'm not liking option A, so definitely I will not like option D as well, because first, there is a possibility this thing happening, but it is not always. And I need to take a transitioning and sustainment planning properly rather than just relying on a one default path. So option B, which has all the elements, which is saying that I need to take care of transitioning of the benefits during the program life cycle, and I want to make sure that overall sustainment planning is done once we are getting into the closer, so that benefits can be sustained beyond program duration. Now this question, task 13 of program lifecycle, develop the benefits management plan, including integration, transition, and sustainment by defining exit criteria and all those. That's pretty much connected. The benefits management tasks, which are related to sustainment planning, which are related to transition planning, is kind of touching this particular question. Question number 82. As a part of finalizing the benefits management plan, you identify risk related to transitioning of benefits to the sustaining organization. Okay, these risks could jeopardize the long-term realization of the program intent and benefit. What step should you take to address these risks effectively? Yeah. Okay, so let's see the option. Option A, communicate the risk to the sustaining organization and rely on their existing risk management framework to handle them. So say this option could become a candidate option if I am in a program closer phase. But here I am finalizing the benefits management plan. So when I see something can happen while I'm transitioning and sustainment may become little challenging, I probably want to do something rather than directly tell the organization who is expected to sustain the benefits. Yeah, definitely I need to tell them, but it is just, we are just more or less getting started. Yeah, so I hold for option A. Option B, assign the responsibility of mitigating the risk to the project team as they are closest to the deliverables contributing to the benefits. It's a possible thing, but I can't just say that there is a risk on the benefits and I will give it to the project team. I am here, I'm a program manager. I need to make sure that I do something to make sure the benefits get realized, they get sustained beyond the program duration as well. There is a possibility for this particular risk, I may find out a response strategy which involves the project team to act on it. It's a possibility, yeah, but not necessarily always true. Option C, document the risks in the benefits management plan, update the sustainment plan, and ensure appropriate responses are implemented. So there is a possibility. There is a possibility that in a benefits management plan, I can have risks. Most likely, I will document the risk in a risk register and I will tag the risk in a benefits management plan. When I talk about the benefits detail, when I talk about its transitioning and sustainment, I can definitely tag those risks there. So as of now, when I'm starting the benefits planning, I better identify those risks, tag those risks along with those benefits, and track those risks with the help of risk register and find appropriate responses. So the good thing about option C is it is not saying delegate to the project manager and do something directly. It is saying appropriate responses, which might require transferring, which might require mitigating, which might require something else, avoidance, but it is appropriate. So C looks good. Option D, ensure no residual risk remains before transitioning the benefits to the benefits owner. It's too optimistic. Yeah, I try to reduce as much as risk possible, but there is a possibility when we are doing transitioning of the benefits during the program closure, there is a possibility some risk for future sustainment might be there, and we probably can't make them zero. There could be something which may continue. So option D is not practical. Option C is a very specific. Option A is something which is just relying on a communication. So A is talking about one way of responding, B is talking about another way of responding, but C is talking about little bit open-ended and saying that we will find appropriate response and we need to do something about it. So that way I go with option C in this particular question. So this can be mapped to task 13 of developing a benefits management plan, ensuring integration and transitioning as a program lifecycle domain. We can also map it to benefits management, task 7, where we talk about analyze, update the benefits realization sustainment plan for the uncertainties. There is a proper risk, there is a task for that in a benefits management program performance domain, which is basically connecting to this particular question. It is saying you need to put it, you need to make sure that you identify responses, mitigation, or opportunities to determine if you can take corrective actions and communicate to the stakeholders. So we need to respond to those risks. That is something is pretty much clearly coming out as a task 7. So if I read the task 7 of benefits management, I clearly see the option C is the easiest one to select out of many alternative. Question number 83. One of your program component has delivered its output and the project manager has requested authorization for project closure. However, the expected benefit from this output is not well defined, and this benefit is listed as a part of exit criteria for project. What should you do next? This is a little tricky. It means that as a program manager, you have done some mistake. Yeah, that's the situation. Now, if this mistake is done, but right now there is a situation which creates more problem for this mistake. Yeah. So you defined some benefits which was not well defined. It was put as a criteria for the project, and now you are a little bit in a difficult situation. What do you do as a program manager? Option A, tell the project manager to work closely with the stakeholders to revisit the expected benefits and provide updated benefits metrics before authorizing project closure. Possible. It's a possible thing. But in general, when I'm dealing as a program manager, I take benefits related responsibility on me. I expect project managers will be ensuring delivery with quality, with consistency of scope, by following compliance. Those all are there. And they will produce outputs which should be producing direct results, which is an outcome. But when it comes to benefits, it's basically about me as a program manager. Now, some of you, when you work as a project manager without program, you may take accountability of doing benefits management also as a part of project manager role. But when we have a project inside the program, then I expect this thing should be done by me. So I don't have to tell or delegate that often because I believe I am the better guy to handle it in general. If we don't get any option, we can come back to option A again. Option B, use the current definition of benefits and ensure that existing benefits criteria are met before authorizing project closure. So it is saying that ignore the vaguely or not well-defined benefits. You, whatever the definition is there, somehow make sure that you just follow that, yeah, and meet it and ensure that get met before the project get closed. Yeah. So possible, but if I'm doing it, I'm not addressing the question at all. The question is saying that, however, the benefit expected from the programs are not well defined. Yeah. So let's not ignore the situation of a well defined and say whatever it is, let's go through it. Yeah. Because it will create future conflicts. I already did a mistake as a program manager. Better I fix my mistake rather than continue with my mistake. Option C, revisit the benefits defined in the benefits management plan, investigate gaps, and propose corrective steps to the steering committee. Not a bad idea. Good idea. Uh, just it is not handling the closer point, but it is taking care of the fixing of the benefits, and probably then we can do something about the closer. But yeah, that's the first thing you have to do, because the project closer is dependent on the benefits identification, because that's an exit criteria. Looks good. Option D, raise a request to initiate another component project to ensure the exit criteria can be met. That is definitely out of track. We can easily ignore option D because this is something irrelevant. Yeah, because you are not going to close this project and say, we will need another one to ensure this exit criteria get met because we have done something wrong. That's not going to happen. So what is left on us? So we have an option C, which is a good candidate option. Yeah, because it takes care of handling the correction of the benefit that is there. It is not yet talking about what will you do with the project closure, but definitely you need to fix this problem because the project closure is dependent on the benefit, because benefit is an exit criteria. So I go with option C because I need to focus on revisiting the benefits, and I can only do it in consultation with the governance group. Benefits are very important element in my program management, so I can't just randomly do that. Yeah. So we go with option C. So this basically the overall topics when we talk about benefits in a program lifecycle, the task 13 will come. The task 4 of benefits management focuses on monitor the matrices and taking care of the corrective actions if the matrices are not getting met, and overall improving the benefits realization. Sometimes the matrix itself has to be changed, so that is something is also coming out in this particular question. Question number 84. As a part of benefits categorization of your program, you need to identify which benefits are intangible. Which of the following option lists example of intangible benefits? So you will say, this is a very simple question, no situation. You can get these kind of simple questions. There is a most likelihood that you get a question where you need to identify what is tangible and what is intangible. The simplest idea is there could be more than one option which may look intangible. Then you need to compare which one is the most vague, which one is the most feeling oriented, subjective. Yeah. So wherever the subjectivity is high and it's a more like a feeling kind of thing, then you can say it's an intangible. It's more intangible. So goodwill, those kind of stuff. Yeah. So option A, enhance brand reputation. Yeah. So goodwill, brand reputation enhancement is pretty much difficult to put a number to it. Yeah. So it's a good intangible. Improve customer loyalty. Yeah. Customer satisfaction could be a little bit quantified, but loyalty, you may have some logic to quantify the loyalty, but it is still a little intangible. You may see that there is a possibility of repeated purchase and all, but not necessarily that means loyalty. Yeah. So option A looks good. Yeah. It is pretty much intangible. We can say that even if we try to measure it, it will not be very clear-cut measure. It's a subjective measurement only. Option B, increase revenue, definitely tangible. Ignore the remaining thing. Reduce operational cost, definitely. Option C, expanding market share, yes. Streamlining processes, we can see that some kind of waste of the removal and it is an improvement. So B and C are easy to ignore because they have a word which can be easily tangible. So whenever the question is talking about tangible or intangible, identification of a tangible benefits is easy in the option. You just identify that and remove those options. Option D, reduce environmental impact and improve workplace safety. So now we can compare A and D. So environmental impact could be, it's not a monetary benefit. Yeah. But it is pretty much measured. Yeah, you can measure it by way of carbon footprint and carbon emission, those kind of stuff, waste generation, and workplace safety. it's a little subjective, but you can definitely have a safety incidents count, and there could be some measurement which can be done. But if we just compare, if we don't get into theoretical discussion and we just want to compare between A and D, I see the brand reputation and loyalty compared to environmental impact and workplace safety. I see the option A is more vaguely understood, and that's why I will go with option A as an intangible benefits. Yeah. So in this case, this is the thought process you can use rather than memorizing the words. Yeah. So brand goodwill is definitely coming as an intangible benefits most of the time. So this can be mapped to your understanding of the benefits and categorizing the benefits in a benefits register. That's the place where you will see this kind of thing happening pretty frequently. Question number 85. One of your program component has delivered its output and the project manager has requested authorization for project closure. Okay, as the program manager, how should you proceed? Okay, so this one is pretty straightforward. It's still focusing on the closer, but I think the options will make the question this time, because question is just saying that your project manager has requested for the closer. What will you do next? Option A, ensure that components outputs are integrated into the program and aligned with overall benefits realization before proceeding with closer. Looks good. Yeah. Verify that component deliverable meets the defined scope. Yes. Confirm benefits realization. Yes. It includes the option A. So I forget about option A now. And ensure all transition activities are met before conducting a review with the sponsors and steering committee. Looks good. Yeah, it contains more than option A item. Yeah. So it's basically asking that what are the component closure activities you will do. Yeah, that's the practical thing. So if you go to your program management standard and you look into the program lifecycle chapter, where you see the program delivery, where there is a section talking about component authorization and finally the component closer, you will see some of the activities, things you need to do as a part of a component closer. If you just have awareness of it, this question becomes straightforward and pretty easy for you. And the option B kind of activities, most likely you will see there. Option C, review the project closure report. Yes, verify lesson learned shared by the project team and conduct a review with the sponsor and steering committee. I would say that it is okay, but this B is covering more detail. It is talking about reviewing the scope, confirming the benefits, transitioning requirements are met. So it is covering bigger perspective. Yeah, so I will still go with a B. If the B was missing, I could have taken C probably, but I have a clear understanding. Verify the deliverables are quality and quality report. Yeah, and prepare a presentation for the steering committee to seek closer approval. Yeah, so I would say C and D both are okay, but they are a subset of B, or I would say A, C, D all are subset of B, and B contains the more comprehensive understanding. So I can go with ease and understand and take this particular question. If you are finding these words little weird, go to the program management standard and see what you need to do when the component closures are expected to happen. So it maps to task 24, approve closure of project component upon completion or defining of defined deliverable, ensure scope is compliant and the functional overview is taken care with. And it also focuses on the benefits management task 5, which talks about verify that the close transition integration of constant project component and project program meets the or exceeds the benefit realization criteria for achieving the program strategic objectives. So we need to make sure that we are taking care of that particular component. Question number 86. As a part of your program, multiple component projects are delivering outputs that contribute to a program's benefit. One of the stakeholder preparing for their department meeting requests a status update on program's progress. Yeah. How would you handle this situation? So it's like that someone wants to know about the program because they have a meeting. What do I do? Yeah. Okay, option A, consolidate project and program data using predefined program report tools and templates and agreed upon in the communication management plan to monitor and control performance and communicate progress effectively to the stakeholder. Yeah, that looks good. He says, I will follow my communication management plan. I already have templates and defined reports and all. I will just pick it up and give it to them. This person, maybe I'm doing little ad hoc preparation, but I will follow my communication management plan as per the expectation and what is allowed to share with this particular stakeholder. Looks good. Option B, update the benefits register and share it with the stakeholder to provide a clear view of the benefits realized so far. Okay, so the question said that it is producing multiple benefits. Yes. Option B says I will share the benefits register. Not a bad idea. But when I say option A, it includes whatever is relevant. Yeah. If benefits are relevant, they will be part of my reporting format. Yeah. Why should I worry about benefits separately? Yeah. So I still go with option A. Option C, collect individual project reports, aggregate the data, and share a high level summary of the program progress with the stakeholder. It may happen like that, but in a program management word, I should focus on as per my communication management plan. It could be high level summary, it could be detailed summary, it depends. Yeah, I just can't say that it will be high level summary, so I go with still option A. Yeah. Option D, consolidate project and program data against the baseline, identify variances, and present a variance report to the stakeholder for review. So I would say that B, C, D all are good. Yeah, they are not bad. Yeah. Just that A includes all of them well. Yeah, that's why I go with option A. I'm touching the governance also here. So yeah, you consolidate the project and program data, task 22 of a program lifecycle, and provide the reporting tools and method. You use your program management information system. The benefits register can also be used for this purpose. You utilize the program management information system to integrate different data and provide communication status to your stakeholder. Yeah, so you use it, all of them, for your communication and reporting. Question number 87. During a program execution, you identify an unexpected benefits arises from one of the project. How should you manage this new unexpected benefit? Okay, so you have a new benefit. It's a good thing. Yeah, it was not identified before, but it is there. So how do I handle it? Option A, document the unexpected benefit in the benefits register and start tracking it along with other benefits. It's good. Yeah, you can do that. Not a bad idea. But there are some open-ended things. Not each benefits necessarily meet our strategic objective. Yeah. And benefit is just not now. I need to do a transitioning of it. I need to make sure sustainment of it. I need to make sure my operational people are willing to absorb and use this benefit. And I also need to make sure that this benefits is aligned with the program objective and the organization level strategic goal. Yeah. So that part is missing. If I don't get that part covered in any of the option, then I will come back to this option. Let's go for option B. Add the benefit to the benefit register, assess its alignment with the program strategic objective, and discuss it with the governance board for validation and approval. Yes, look good. Yeah. Until unless I get a more comprehensive statement, I can go with it. Option C, evaluate the unexpected benefit alignment with the program objective, yeah, matching with B, and update the benefits management plan if aligned. I need to update the benefits management plan after the governance board approves it. Yeah. So somebody will say, why should we worry about benefits management plan? So we need to talk about how benefits be transitioned, sustained, and taken care. So the overall approach of managing benefit, even if it is identified at a later stage, need to be integrated again in the benefits management plan. Yeah. So that's why I need to have a strategic review before. So B looks good as of now. Option D, record the benefits in the benefit register and immediately communicate it to the stakeholder without further analysis. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's easy to ignore. It's like A, but it is saying you don't have to do anything. You start reporting it. Yeah, no. So you understand this particular question clearly that yes, we need to have benefits, but not each and every benefits is good because it has to be planned for a longer duration. It's just not for a while I'm happy with this benefit. There could be a benefit which may be difficult to sustain. Yeah, so we may not want to have that and put some investment there. Maybe there is a benefit which we want to grow and have a sustainment planning. So depends. So consolidating the project and program data using predefined format, it is talking about reporting, identifying and capturing synergies and efficiency throughout the program lifecycle. That's a overall good idea. Benefits management and governance, monitor the business environment because things are changing, functionality requirement, and benefit realization to ensure the program remains aligned with the strategic objective. I would say the more clear mapping of this question is with the governance question at task 10, because it is basically focusing on that we should be responding to what is happening around in consultation with governance. Question number 88. Your program includes benefits that will only be realized after the program is completed. During program execution, you observe that some of the projected benefits are now showing different trend than initially planned. As you prepare for your milestone review, how would you present this information to stakeholders? So, two information. First, that benefits cannot be realized during the program delivery. They will get realized after the program closure. Yeah. So there is no real realization happening. But the projections are showing some different trend than initially thought during the initial stage of benefits planning or benefits forecasting business case and during those time. So how should you handle that particular case as a program manager? Option A, present only the initially planned benefits as a part of your business case and benefits management plan since the changes are not yet realized. You can say that, yes, I can go. But if that has to be done, then why this question? Yeah, actually, the exam is expecting me to do something about it. Sometimes doing nothing could be an option as well, but I need to be proactive. Yeah. So I can't just close my eyes when I know that something is not going as expected. Not a good idea. Ignore it. Yeah. Option A, I can outrightly reject. Option B, update the benefits register with the new project it's supported by causal analysis, present both the initial planned benefits and the updated projections. So I need to find out causes. I need to do a cause analysis. I need to do some problem solving and present it. Yeah, that looks good. Option C, add a risk to the benefits plan and communicate the risk of not realizing the anticipated benefits as a part of management report. Pretty much right statement. I should do that. Yeah. So I believe I should do action B also and action C also. That's a little tricky. Then if I have to find the answer in such situation, how do I find it? I need to focus on what this question is about. The question is basically talking about you are preparing for milestone review. How would you present the information to the stakeholders? Yeah. So I will focus on presentation goal, though I will do the risk register work as well. Probably before even doing the presentation, I will add the risk and I will map the risk to the benefit as well. Ask the project team to conduct additional what if analysis and simulation and present their finding during the governance meeting. I can definitely ask, probably I can present it because project teams are not expected to be a part of governance meeting. So I need to own it. So out of option B and C, I go with option B because it is directly addressing the problem which we are discussing in the question. Yeah. So yes, I need to be proactive. That's obvious. And I need to update my stakeholder with the causes. And I need to, in parallel, also raise the risk. So this question can be mapped to consolidating the project information and presenting. That's the overall program thing. The benefits management task related to monitoring the benefits and taking care of variances. They have a word called causal analysis here. So I need to do a corrective actions and find out what is going wrong. Corrective actions will probably require governance review as well. So that is way this statement, if you read from task 4, makes this question very easy for you. Governance, monitor the business environment change and overall functionality requirement and benefit realization to remain aligned. Also makes it clear that I need to do something about it and involve the governance group also in that particular activity. Yeah. So if we have a good understanding of PgMP ECO tasks, this can be easy question for us. Question number 89. Which of the following set of tools and techniques can be used to track and measure the program benefits effectively? Simple question. It is talking about some of the tools and matrices for measuring the benefits. Option A, benefits register, earned value management, stakeholder feedback. So earned value management is little out of context. Now somebody will say there is a value in it. The value in earned value management is not the value which we learn in our program management. It is basically a value which is focusing on adherence to the cost baseline. It's more about how well we are adhering to our cost forecast. So I can definitely ignore option A. Option B, lesson learned documentation, qualitative risk analysis, variance report analysis, Yeah, so nothing has to do with the benefits effectively. Yeah, maybe I need to find out a measurement which are more related to benefits. Yeah. Variance analysis could be a benefits variance analysis as well. But let's see if we can find something else. Key performance indicator looks good word. Benefits realization tracking dashboard. Cost benefit analysis. So at least out of three, two has a clear benefit as a word. Key performance indicator could be other than benefits indicator also. Yeah, it could be a holistic thing, but it looks a good idea. Option D, program roadmap, organization process assets, benchmarking. Yeah, so I can easily see with the help of an elimination and my understanding of benefits metrics is that option C is good here. Yeah, so we can go with option C. So this is again monitoring the matrices. That's a task of benefits management coming in. And for a program lifecycle, it's more about consolidating the project and program data so that we know how things are happening. Question number 90, final question for this video. During the program delivery phase, you are transitioning the deliverables to the operational group support team as planned to produce and sustain incremental benefits. Okay. However, stakeholders are hesitant to approve the transition, insisting that your program team should continue benefit sustainment. How would you address this situation? I'm sure that you must have faced these situations pretty often where you want your operational group to own it and start trusting their staff and other group, but they keep thinking about, program team can handle this better. Why don't we hold them for a while? Yeah, and hold them more. And that's a situation here. Yeah. I personally face these kind of situation quite often, but we need to handle it. Option A, explain to stakeholders that benefit sustainment is a responsibility of operational group and proceed with the transition as planned. You can do it. I just need to see a little more collaborative approach, but option A looks decent. Option B, collaborate with the stakeholder, good word, to identify their concerns, provide additional support or training to the operational group, and finalize the transition plan collaboratively to gain approval. Little better than A. A saying, I don't care about your thinking and concern, I am going ahead with it. Option B saying, okay, let me resolve your queries and conflicts and issues, and then we will move forward with that. Yeah, so looks good to me. Option C, retain the deliverables within the program team until the operational group demonstrate full readiness for sustainment. They will never demonstrate the readiness for the sustainment. I have to do something about it. Yeah, because I need to manage my program also with efficiency. I have resources which has to be used for other purposes. So I can't just, even if it has to be done, I have to raise a change request after doing analysis. Oh, that's option D. Raise a change request to expand the program team scopes to include sustainment and benefits during the program duration and submit it to the governance group. So if I have to do that, it's possible. If I'm convinced that this has to be done, I will go with the governance approval only. I can't just myself decide it, but I need to find out collaboratively to handle it. And after handling it, if the content is substantial and which requires, as per our change management plan, approval with the governance group, then I will go for it. But I can't just say that this is something requires a change request. Yeah. So that way, I better go with B first. And if I can't handle the B, then I will go with option C. I can't just directly raise the change request. That's how I think. You may have a difference of opinion, as I said before in my videos as well. So you can share, you can comment about your opinion about these questions, and we can discuss it. It's not necessary to agree all the time. We can have few questions where we think little differently, which is perfectly fine. PMI should adapt to different views also when they are taking care of their evaluation for the exam. As I said before, if you need more specific assistance, we do run a proper mentoring program and assistance program for your PgMP certification. If you want to know more about it, you can find the detail in the description.